Welcome on Dronebird's YouTube channel. This is the Multirotor Basic Series, Part 4, Buy a Multirotor off the shelf. We're going to review the different configuration types, the size and budget categories, and I will propose you which model you would like to buy. Let's review the different configuration types. The first would be the RTF, which means ready to fly. That includes everything you may need. Just you need to charge the battery and the copter is ready to fly. BNF means bind and fly, so closely a complete set, but you need your own transmitter, so once you have it you need to bind, so connect with the plane itself. PNF or PMP means plug and fly or play. In that case the aircraft can be considered as a complete one, however some parts are not included. Those are the transmitter, with which you can control the aircraft by moving the sticks, the receiver, which gets the signal of the transmitter, and the battery and the charger. ARF means almost ready to fly, which means that some additional parts needs to be purchased. For example, the motors, the propellers, the ESCs, which is the electronic speed controllers, are included in the ARF kit. However, there is no any flight controller, there is no any receiver. It really depends on the concrete offer, what is included and what is not, so you need to take care about those. We just reviewed the different configuration types, but let's now review the budget. As how you increase the size, you would need more money. That's pretty straightforward. I created 4 different categories. First would be the micro, which is up to $50. The small, which is up to $200, and the medium, which is more than $200, and the large, which is more than $1,000. So let's just review those on detailed way. To make the right decision, you need to know which size you would like to start with. This is the micro. The micro basically fits to your palm. It's really small. Its biggest advantage is that it's cheap, so you can be sure that you will have some crash, and it's really crash proof. Or if you would need spare parts, those are also in the cheap category, so you can just easily replace those and go forward. However, they are really poor quality and you will not have a long flight time or flight distance by those aircraft. You should use those for indoor fly only. The small category is still a cheap one, I would say, and it's not bad from crash proof perspective. However, you can use that for outdoor flying, and whenever you will have a crash you will be able to find cheap spare parts also, and by that you will get a longer flight distance. But when you go outside with a small plane like this, it will be really wind sensitive. The medium category is something you would like to use really outdoor. It's kind of a really serious aircraft. It has a nice flight distance and flight time, and it's capable to bring your camera and gimbal, so can be a platform for aerial and video photography, and also you can use that for FPV, first person view. Not so sensitive for the wind, and based on the flight controller it contains, you can have kind of a GPS navigation in it, or you can complete waypoint flying, which means that you point out concrete places in the map and it will follow that, fly that, and go back to you. However, it's kind of an expensive aircraft to start with because it's not so crash proof, and the parts also not so cheap for that if you will have any kind of crash. The large category, which is really not for beginners, I would say. However, this is really easy to fly with, depends on the flight controller it contains, but as it has a large size and actually the spare parts are not so cheap, and also the aircraft itself is not so crash proof, it is not the best to start with, and the price itself is really high, I would say. According to below facts, you need to decide which category, which size you would like to start with, and based on that you can choose the right aircraft. Here is my personal product recommendation for each size. First would be the Cheerson CX10 in the micro size. Next would be the Hubsan X4. In the small category, I would recommend the Simo X5. In the medium category, I would start with QNM Nova, which is really the same as Cheerson CX20. Or, if you have more money, you may would like to buy the DJI Phantom 3. In the large category, I would recommend the DJI Inspire 1. Please subscribe, feel free to share these videos, and do not forget to raise your questions or comments. Thank you for watching.